Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Selassie Fiaw, and today we're going to talk about something quite interesting. Coach Chris Hughton has come up to a lot of praise from people for just one thing he is doing as the head coach of the Ghana Black Stars. And I have to say, it's not something that we should take very lightly. It's something that he deserves to be recognized for, and I think it's in the right vein that he is being recognized and praised for that. Despite it being one of his targets for the Ghana Black Stars, you can say that this man has shown beyond any reasonable doubt that he is very much interested in the Ghana Black Stars job and the fortune of Ghana football. We're also going to talk about Kudus MOHAMMED and his injury update. One has been forthcoming. I'm sure you've heard it by now. Kudus will be out for a couple of games. We'll look at the details of his injury. We'll talk about AFCON 2025 and beyond. Bids are open for 2027 AFCON as well by CAF. We'll see which countries could possibly bid, and we'll see if CAF have said they will announce the host of AFCON 2025. We'll look at all that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So without much ado, let's jump right into it. We'll first talk about Coach Chris Hughton, who has come up to a lot of praise from Karim Zito. Yesterday, the latest game he visited was Dreams FC versus Legon Cities. A win for Dreams FC after extra time, sending them into the semi-final of the MTN FA Cup. But Coach Chris Hughton was there once again to watch another local game, and I have to say it's quite exemplary. He's setting a standard for coaches who will take over the helm of Ghana football. Now, you would be asking yourself, is Saras trying to say that he's looking at the coach to possibly call up players from the local league? Well, that's beside the point. As Abdul Karim Zito stated here when praising Chris Hughton, that it's good idea and good news, especially because the young lads will put in their best to attract the attention of the coach. What is more special than playing while you are watched by the Black Stars coach? You understand me? It will bring the best out of you, which will add value to the league. It is good, he said. They're praising Chris Hughton there. And I have to say, I agree to this. And I think it would go a long way to help the league in general. Now, let's go right into the contract talks that people are saying that is part of his contract and that is why he is doing it. The sports minister as much revealed it yesterday that it was part of his mandate to help improve Ghana football. He explained it yesterday as part of Chris Hughton's mandate. But despite it being that, I still feel that he is doing it in a way that deserves praise. Now, the Minister of Youth and Sports, the objectives are set by the FA for him to ensure that we qualify for AFCON, obviously, and also ensure that we identify local talents from our league. To also ensure that we qualify for the World Cup and also to make sure that our ranking at the FIFA ranking improves, and that will come through winning games with the Black Stars. For the World Cup is also quite difficult, especially looking at the time his contract will be expiring. But looking at this, and it's clear that he would get an extension. For him to work well, he needs an extension. These are the objectives in the contracts that he signed. The minister also called on Ghanaians to support Chris Hughton achieving his targets and express his satisfaction with Hughton's early results, which included a draw versus Angola and a win at home. So it's quite clear this is part of Chris Hughton's task. He's not just going around watching games because he feels like it is part of his task, but the way he engages those he meets at the games, the way he engages coaches, he engages fans, he engages media people at times at those games, this man is truly interested in improving our game. And it spills milk, but I'll have to also go back again and say we are a year late. Well, better late than never. I have to commend Chris Hughton. He has done a yeoman's job as things stand. Things might not go well for him with Ghana Black Stars, like winning a trophy as most of us want, but it's clear that he will add some value to our players, the locally based ones especially, and also to the league itself. Players will give up their best when the coach is watching them, the coach of the Black Stars, nonetheless, as Zito alluded to there. So this is a right move. This is a great move. He deserves praise. He deserves everything he is getting. We hope he continues like that, despite it being part of his tasks as head coach of the Ghana Black Stars. I still feel it's a good one, and we've had many coaches in the past who rarely do this. Otuado, the latest, probably because he was not fully in charge of the team and had another side gig. He could not do that. Probably he would have done that. Milovan Rajevac. I don't remember the number of times I saw him at a game, a local game, that is. So, congratulations to Chris Hughton, and congratulations to the FA on getting him to sign this part of it. We have to win in the end, and it's great that we have our interests up front with him. My next story has to do with Kudus. MOHAMMED, yes, the Ghanaian suffered an injury in midweek in the semi-final of the Cup game, and his side made it through to the final. But Kudus will miss a couple of weeks out after he suffered an injury, which meant he had to be hauled off in that particular game. Kudus Mohammed's injury update came up on our website yesterday, I think, and it's clear that he will have to probably sit a couple of games out. Unfortunate, but precautionary and right measures for him to get back playing at his utmost best for his side, Ajax. And that is it there on Kudus Mohammed. Wish him a speedy recovery back to action. We'll finally talk about the CAF announcement of the 2025 African Cup of Nations host. CAF has said it will announce the host before September, which unfortunately we thought was Guinea. Now, the Confederation of African Football has announced that the host nation of the 2025 African Cup of Nations will be announced in September 2023. Previously revealed that the CAF president, he revealed that Algeria, Morocco, South Africa, Zambia, and a joint Benin-Nigeria bid were in contention to replace Guinea. Yeah, Guinea were the 2025 hosts of the 24-nation tournament. Guinea lost its hosting rights due to a lack of suitable infrastructure and facilities. The African Footballing Governing Body also confirmed that the hosts of both the 2025 and 2027 AFCONs will be announced at the same time. CAF will announce the successful nations that will host the African Cup of Nations 2025 and 2027 at the same time. The statement also confirmed that progress is being made on inaugural African Super League set to launch later this year. So the bids have come in. Guinea have lost their hosting right because of their lack of infrastructure and other issues there. So we wish the countries hoping to get the bid in, hoping to host the African Cup of Nations, or the best. Ghana is not in there, as you would have noticed. Nigeria, Benin joint host. Well, let's see what CAF decides on there. So essentially that has been it for today. Talking to you about Chris Hughton's visit to game centers for games locally in the league. It's great. It's great for the game. It's great for Ghana football. We are the ultimate winners in the end. But despite it being part of his tasks given him by the FA in his contract, I still feel it's still something we can praise and comment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on it here. Do you feel that people are taking it out of proportion? Well, I don't think that is. I think it's truly praiseworthy. Kudus will be back in a couple of weeks' time, and also the African Cup of Nations host 2025 and 2027 will be announced in September. Before September, actually, CAF have announced. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.